Welcome everybody to the Garlet's High Performance Garage channel. This is Monday after the car show video I put up, the Mack and Judy, holy fuck, the Mack and Judy Rush Memorial Car Show, the second one. I was to the first one last year. If you want to see the video on my channel from last year, it's on there. This year it was at the middle school, which is right above the high school. It was a pretty good show. It was hotter than holy fucking shit. It's hotter than hell in my fucking garage right now. And now it's going to storm. It's starting to rain now. Had to go get my crazy ass fucking dog inside. But turns out I got a message shortly after I got home yesterday from the car show that couldn't hardly understand the message because it was like, you know, how typical cell phone fucking calls are. It was broke in and out, and I all I heard was something about a car show, and so I called the number, and the girl told me that I had won a trophy, and I was like, okay. She's like, you need to come pick it up. And I said, well, meet me at Arrowhead up in McHenry. So I'll come up tomorrow and pick it up. So I went up there this evening, picked it up, and I'll show it to you here. This is the first thing I've ever won with this car. I've never won anything before with it. So never even won a fucking drag race at Hagerstown with it. And I won this car show, so here it is. My dad won second place in the original class, and my friend, HB Martz, he won first place in the original class with his 69 Camaro, which is a really nice car, but I wasn't expecting to win jack shit. I never expect to win this stuff. And so there it is. But of course my dad, he's got a bunch of plaques and stuff down there hanging on the wall down there at the house. He's won a bunch of stuff with his GTO, but I haven't really been to a lot of judged car shows because I had bad experiences in the past, and people in different areas a lot of times are just ignorant assholes, and they can be very ignorant douchebags at these judged car shows, and especially if a lot of them know the judges and really know each other, and it's like a car club event. A lot of the same people win all the time. Sometimes. I'm not saying it's like that everywhere. There's some places they do it that way, which is wrong. And it's not really competitive, so, you know, and if you're a loner or an outsider coming in and busting their shit, they get all pissed off and, you know, you never win anything. But I've only ever been to one that was kind of like that. Well, really, they didn't judge wrongfully. It was the guy I was parked next to. This was back, oh my God. I want to say this was back in 1999, as I had my Chevelle done actually back then in 1999, and I'd painted it that same ugly fucking green that it was from the factory, but the paint job didn't turn out too good. The car still looked good, but the paint just didn't, you know, it didn't suit me. So, because it was painted when it was damp, and you know, whatever could go wrong did go wrong. It was DuPont with the clear coat mixed in it, and the clear coat's supposed to rise to the top as it sets. And I mean, it didn't look like it did that, but who knows? I couldn't really tell. I tried buffing the damn shit, and I had limited knowledge on paint back in those days. Plus, they didn't even make the driver's side fender, so I had a fixed fender that I had fixed, that I'd bought off a guy years ago because I bought 2 front fenders off of a guy, and boy, they were pretty rough. I fixed them, and the one looked like somebody just had a field day with a tack hammer and run over it. Looked like it had hail damage on it. It was so bad. And I didn't see a lot of it because of the brighter color, but then you could see it in certain kinds of light. But I'd parked next to a guy with a 69 Chevelle Super Sport 396, and he was saying how my car was a fucking eyesore and it looked like shit, and how his car would whip the doors off, blow the fucking doors off of mine, and talking all this fucking shit. It was to the point I got tired of hearing him, and I said, look, did you buy yours or did you build yours? Oh, I bought it at so-and-so's and wherever. I forget where the fuck he bought it, but it was already done, and he hadn't even turned a bolt on it, and he had no fucking clue even to what was even done to the car or what it had in it. He had no idea. And he didn't even know what kind of car mine was. And it's like, you're fucking pathetic. I said, why don't we go out here and line them the fuck up? I said, and see who's got the better fucking car. Because I knew at the time I could beat his ass. Plus, he had a 4-speed. It was a 396. And my car at the time, it was running pretty fucking good. I knew I could take him. I just knew it. I had lower gears. I knew I could get him. But he wussed out, and I told him to go over and bend over, and I would drive his car up his ass for him. So it was not a good experience. And that was down at Route 40 School. They used to, the Finsel Volunteer Fireman Department used to put that on every year. They put it on for years and years. I remember when I was in elementary school down there, they had that car show. And they had it, and then it was like you had off your last week of school, and then you went back after that car show. But yeah, I put my car in that down there, and of course I didn't win nothing because they pissed me off, so I left. And they knew I left when I left down there. So, anyway, that's what kind of turned me against judged car shows. And I usually only go to cruise-ins. And a lot of times I don't register because I don't care. Because it's not important to me to win anything. I just like to go to look at the cars, to do my video, and share it all with everybody. And I just have a passion for these old cars. I love doing this shit. It's fun. And a lot of times it's very stress relieving, depending on what you're doing to it, usually. But yes, I like fucking with these. Yawn a little bit, kind of tired. But anyway, I like fucking with these cars. A lot of times it is a good stress reliever. But, now not really having much, money right now, not working, I can't really do anything to the car or the truck or any of the other ones out here. I actually have the Mercury up for sale. It's getting bad. I really, really like that car. I really don't want to sell it, but I don't have a choice right now. And it's the low one to me on the totem pole, because when it comes down to it, if I'm to keep one, of the daily drivers, it would be the cop car. I like it a little more than the Mercury, but the Mercury is it's such a luxurious car, and it rides so nice, and it has lots of power for what it is, and it's just a nice car, and it just needs a little bit, and it can be better. I want to put exhaust system on it. I wanted to put these other wheels I bought for it on it. I wanted to, replace the bad parts of the air conditioning system. I wanted to raise it up off the ground a little bit. And all that has been shot to shit because I just don't have the money for it. So until my ass gets back to work, that motherfucker's for sale, because it's the only thing that's going to help me, hold down shit around here to keep the bill collectors at bay and, keep us all in groceries. So I'm going to end up, I have it on Marketplace right now. I'm just going to sell it. And maybe later on, if I get back to work, I can buy another one somewhere, maybe a better one, And I'll just have to, of course, run it through inspection because of these crazy-ass laws that this shit state that I live in has. So anyway, I'm roasting my ass off, standing over here in the garage. There's no fucking wind blowing through here. And I'm going to go back inside and sit in the air conditioning where I was. So just thought I would let everybody know that I actually won something for once. Maybe I should go play the lottery. Maybe I'll get lucky. But you got to have some money to play it. It takes money to win money. So, all right, everybody. Everybody have a good week. There is a car show Friday at the Grantsville Volunteer Fire Department. I don't know if I'm going yet. It could possibly be a washout because we're supposed to have rain on and off all week. And it's thundering outside right now. So I guess we'll see what happens when we get closer to Friday. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.